celebrating 40 years of YouthZone, underwritten by Alpine Bank.
When Let's Work It Out started 40 years ago, it started here in Rifle, and it started in our home as cottage meetings. There were many times that we got together that it was just the four of us, my mother, my sister, my husband, and I. And then when it grew to the point where we had enough at the meetings, when we were getting together, and I can't even remember how often we were meeting at that point in time. I don't even think it was once a week. But when we had enough participating that we had to, then there was a church in town that opened up their doors that we could meet there. And from there it just evolved from one thing to another. It was kind of a pure thing amongst the kids. There weren't a lot of parents involved, but it was trust that grew amongst the kids that were in the culture, knowing that there was some place to go and talk about it without fear of repercussion of any kind. And it was built on trust. It's a program that was built on trust, knowing that if you shared, it went no further. When we first started this program, we wanted to come up with a name that would really address the issue, because parents weren't talking to the kids, kids weren't talking to their parents, kids weren't talking to teachers. There was no one to really interact with. And we came up through their suggestion with the name Let's Work It Out and trying to get people communicating. And it, of course, went from there, and it's had 2 or 3 different names since then, but that's the way that it has started. You know, after seeing the way it has succeeded for 40 years, of course, my sis and I are the only ones still here that were founders of the program. My husband, Bud, was very active in it, and he, I think, is probably up there now, just really, really humbled to see the success. Without YouthZone and without the intervention that this program provides, I think we would see a lot more damage to our young kids than we are. And it's so important, you know, it's so important for intercession.